All right, we got a track guide for the 87 Legends at Sonoma. This will be the Cup historic layout, which isn't what they used back then, but that's what the official series is running. So this is going to be the configuration that NASCAR ran up until maybe 3-4 years ago, where it cuts out the carousel. I'm probably going to run like 3 laps here, and then I'll look at my tire wear for the 3 laps, and then I'll just break down laps. So this video might be a little bit longer than the others have been, just because it's a bigger track, and obviously there's a little bit more going on here. So as I'm doing my warm-up lap here, I'm just gonna kind of take it easy on this lap. A couple things. I've run like 3 laps total so far, so I don't know how this is gonna go. A couple things I noticed. That's going to be never use first gear. Not even for the final turn. Downshifting here, but it's just like it's such a short gear that like I don't think you're ever going to use it. I'll try and call out my braking points when I'm kind of at speed here, but more so just be play-by-play, and I'll save the main points for the slower lap at the end when I break it down. Alright. Like I said, second gear will be all you need. You don't need to go to first. Crossing the line, you're going to be kind of feathering it in and out. A little bit of trail brake here. I'm trying to keep it to the left side here where the rumble strip ends. I'll kind of start my turn in, get to the curb here. Gentle on the throttle in second gear, up to third. Down to second again, stick to the left. It might clip the curb here a little bit. Over the crest where the dirt goes to light here. I'm gonna start braking down to second. The wall here to the left, a bit before it ends. There's some like design changes in it you'll see when I go slower, but up to third here. The rumble strip ends there on the right. Kind of start your turn in, get to the left, get to the right, go up to fourth here. Kind of just feathering the throttle, staying on the left before this rumble strip ends.
Sector 2 is
down to third.
Off your best.
You go down a hill here and that yellow line ends. That's where I start braking, lifting and braking, down to second. That's completing the lap.
That puts you 1.2 seconds off your best.
Didn't really get to the left there like I normally would want to, but this will be fine. Hey, you might even be able to use third gear through here. Too much curb there. Gotta be really patient jumping all the way back in the throttle. It will want to come around on you if you're not careful. Yeah, I went off track.
Sector 2 is 0.4 off your best.
Gotta be easy on the brake as well, because it will try and lock up. The car, it feels slow, but that's just how these things drove back then. But feeling slow by no means it's easy to drive.
Sector 3 time is quick.
Alright. right here, it likes to get light if you get into the throttle too much. I'm gonna try and leave it at third here, see what happens. Might give you just better traction and launch off. That was better amount of curb.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 99 Fahrenheit.
Alright, ran a couple 24s. I don't know if those are fast or not. What I ran. So tire wear for those 3 laps, pretty even. A lot of your turns are right-hand turns, so it just wears the left front more than it does the right front. Here, I'll go and break down that final lap, kind of slow it down and point out some stuff. It's coming across the line. I'm already lifting here. You can see I'm completely out of it, and I'm even applying a little bit of brake. I want to keep this on the left if possible as I'm headed up the hill. If you push out too wide, you're going to miss your curbing to the left climbing the hill. Downshifted to third there. Keep it on the left. Left side's on this rumble strip. Harder onto the brake here. I think I get up to 50%. And I'll go down to second gear there. Get your right sides on the curb here. Exit all the way out to the left. You got it. You can see I'm not even at full throttle here. You got to be very tentative on the throttle because here's where it will want to get light and come around in second gear. Put up the third gear. I leave it in third gear on this lap. That might even be the better choice, but 50% brake. Try and avoid hitting this curb on the left. It's very angled. It will unsteady the car. And then ripping it back to the right. Just kind of coasting through here, applying a little bit of trail brake. Barely go across that flat part of the curb. This part here, you can jump it a little bit, but taking too much curb there is not good. You can see I'm still not at full throttle. Still not, now I'm at full throttle when I'm on the straight. So where this dirt goes from dark to light is what I was talking about. It's really good. And I'm actually braking here. It felt like I was braking up there, but it happens pretty quick. So obviously a little bit before that. Gonna go down to second gear. Don't take too much curb here. It will ramp the right side of your car, and the wall to the left you'll get pushed towards it. Don't want that to happen. But you'll go across this curb here, obviously. Be cognizant of this wall to the left. Alright, so here's the wall I was talking about, and you can kind of see some differences in it. It's smooth all the way up to kind of this point, and then you start having like ridges in it. Just optically looking at it, like you can see that they're in this, but just optically back here. And I think it's because this wall sits in a little bit further, maybe. Or actually, no, they're smaller ones with the little like drainage at the bottom. Kind of where this transition happens is a safe point. So I even went a little bit past it. You can see I apply a little bit more brake than I had been, 60, 70%. Kind of peaked up to maybe 80 even. Going further left here will kind of help widen this turn, you may be able to get a better launch off. But this line here is it's pretty good. Second gear, I'm still staying in the brake, trailing braking. I missed the curb here to the right. You can get your right sides up on there if you wish. This is another one we're launching in second gear, trying to get to third. It can be a little sketchy, so just be careful on the throttle. You can see I'm not full throttle through here at all. I upshift, still not full throttle. Honestly, I don't know if I get to full throttle in here at all. I'm talking about this curbing on the right is where you're gonna kind of do your braking and turn in. Braking about 50%. I stay in third gear. I got my left sides up on that curb. Then right in the middle of the turn, you can see I'm still 50% here. Gonna do a switch back. Back out of the throttle. You can catch that curb a little bit. Upshift to fourth. You want to stay really on the left side of all this. So you're not going to be full throttle through here really at all.
The track temperature's rising. It's now 103
About where this
Fahrenheit.
curb comes in, this is coming from the IndyCar portion of the chicane. Out of the throttle, I'm braking here, 50%. Trail brake, I do downshift to third. I miss that curb quite a bit. I push out a little bit too wide here. But up to fourth. There's a bit of a dip here, and then this yellow line ends here on the left, where that yellow line's ending. Braking point. Heavy braking. You're talking probably 80% throttle and trailing off the brake as you're starting to turn in. Down to second gear. Keep it in tight. Be easy on the throttle on exit. I'm still not full throttle if you haven't seen. I went full throttle for like 2 seconds. Now I'm full throttle, but then I'm lifting immediately for the spend here. Alright, I'm sure there may be some questions for this one, but if you have them, let me know.